This message is for seniors. The things they don't tell you about getting older. Let's face it, we begin to age the moment we're conceived, and it continues until the day we die. For a while, aging is a good thing. Remember when you were little and you couldn't wait till you were grown up? Yes, the onset of puberty was a little unsettling, hormones raging, body changing shape, brain all confused, and 30 was considered old age. But once we settled into our new body and brain, we could focus on the joys of being an adult. Then suddenly, one day, we realized that more things were happening to our body. Women enter menopause, maybe there are digestive issues and a gallbladder has to come out, or we cannot run as far as we used to before fatigue sets in. Now we need glasses to read, and if we were a headbanger when we were a youth, maybe our hearing is beginning to decline. Men find their hair starting to thin. We start seeing wrinkles where there weren't any a minute before. Suddenly, mom or dad is staring back at us through the bathroom mirror. And on it goes. There are a ton of things that no one tells us about moving into our senior years, if we're lucky to do so. I am in my 7th decade, and I've experienced many of them. Often we look forward to retirement. We don't have to go into the office anymore. We could set our own hours. We can eat pizza for breakfast and cereal for dinner if we want. If we have saved up enough financial resources through our working years, we can look forward to traveling. Maybe we'll buy a cottage to while away the hours and invite our working friends to enjoy the good life with us. Certainly not every senior is that fortunate in their earning years. Something like 40% of seniors rely strictly on old age security to cover their living costs, and about 30% of them live alone. Imagine, depending on limited resources, how it would give rise to ill health and loneliness. These folks are at much higher risk of developing some form of dementia, stroke, or heart issues, and depression. Generally speaking, retirees have already experienced the empty nest syndrome, but now office colleagues are less and less available for lunch dates. Old friends slip away. The kids are focused on their own life and don't even live often in the same city or area as their parents. Maybe the spouse or partner moves on or has died. Eventually, something like 60% of seniors, rich or poor, find themselves alone. And we're subject to a whole host of physical, mental, and emotional issues. We might develop dementia, heart disease, diabetes, blood pressure issues, kidney disease even, maybe arthritis, a weakened immune system. It's harder to keep the weight off. Food intolerance, cancer, especially breast cancer for women or prostate cancer for men. Our skin dries out, our eyes dry, we get dry mouth, we get muscle aches and pains, even brittle bones, especially for women. A lot of hip and knee replacements happen in old age. We get weakened leg muscles and are more risk of falling. We sleep less. We have more nighttime trips to the bathroom. Wrinkles and gray hair and less hair everywhere. But, there is a bright side. There are things that we can do to stay healthy and happy. My recommendation is, if you can, do regular medical checkups with your doctor. And identify anything that's different from the last time you visited, because it might not be, a related condition to you, but the doctor might look at the whole picture and say, oh yeah, we're developing a situation here that needs addressing. If oftentimes as we get older, our vitamin and mineral absorption is lowered. And so if your doctor doesn't test for that, then you could visit a naturopath who will help with that. Getting a smartphone and someone to help you use it helps you stay in touch with friends and family. If you have a computer or an iPad or something like that, then Facebook allows you to do video conferencing. Your phone will allow video chat. I personally like to see who I'm talking to. I would prefer to do that than talk on the phone where it's just a voice that I hear. What else can we do? Go for a walk, even if it's just a short one, but the regularity of it is what's important. To keep moving. I tend to be fairly sedentary, and so I really do have to remind myself to get up and out and walk. And in terms of social connection, you know, I live in a 55 plus building and we have an activity center on the main floor. So it's really easy for me to get up and out and meet people and even just to socialize for a little while. I like to go to the puzzle table and work on that, and people pop by and say hello and have a little chat or start working on it with me. We have various gatherings of interest. So we have knitters that meet. We have game night. All kinds of activities that you may or may not choose to join. But you know, if you're living alone in your own place, there still are recreational centers, libraries that have activities during the day. If you don't drive at night, that still works. And if you do drive and you're concerned that, you know, maybe you're not driving with the same acuity and quick response that you did when you were younger, you could give up your car and form little ride groups. And yeah, who knows? There's all kinds of alternatives to just having your own car. Let's see. Start a journal. It's so important to write about the things going on in our life. And you can maybe do that in the hour before you go to bed because it's quiet time, it's reflective time. You don't have the light of the TV or the computer monitor staring at you. It's just you and paper and a pen and writing down notes. You know, a lot of seniors are writing, what is it called? You know, their life story or parts of their life into a book. Memoir, that's what I'm looking for. See, you lose words as you get older. And they share them with their family, or, you know, some people are even publishing them for general consumption. And other people love to read your story. If you've had unique experiences, or you know what, even if you just lived what you thought was an ordinary life, other people find that interesting. Compartmentalize your time. Maybe put your journal, your calendar. Actually, if you have a hard copy calendar, paper calendar, put it at the breakfast table. That way, when you're having breakfast and your 1 cup of coffee for the day, you can plan your day ahead. So that's kind of what I wanted to share with you. You know, you can go on the internet and look up all kinds of information about aging, the aging process, and the physical and emotional issues that crop up and what to do about them. You can help spread this message by subscribing, liking, sharing to your network, and leaving a comment if you wish. And if you want to have a conversation with me about more in-depth coaching, your grief journey, what it is to suddenly find yourself in the seniors mood, I'm here to help. You can contact me through my website, Let's Talk Together, or by email. The links are shown in the notes. I'm a grief coach, writer, poet. I live in Victoria, BC, Canada. We can chat over video conference media. There is a light to guide you out of the darkness of grief.